Hello, good morning, everyone, or afternoon or evening. Hi, I'm Arabella, and I am here with Shaylin Wallace. Hi, Shay.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Delaware.
Amazing. And I'm over here in San Jose, California. So amazing. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us with all the technical difficulties, but we're going to zoom through this intro so we can get started and working on what you're working on today, Shay. So please say hi in the chat. Thank you guys for joining. Oh my gosh, the chat is going wild. We've got Sam, Frank, Colby. We've got Shantae, Kara, Emma. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Tell us where you're watching from. And I am so excited for this photo editing stream. We are going to be doing some, compositing, showing you some techniques. And if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to go over to Behance because that's where you can interact with Shay, ask her questions, interact with others in the chat. You can head over to be.net/Adobe Live. So please join us. And just wanted to mention real quick to head over to the Creative Cloud Express YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to our newest edition, which is the Adobe Live lineup. So please make sure to do that. And Shay, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? This is the second time I'm hosting you, so I'm very excited.
My third time back, but your second time with you.
Yes, exactly. And we worked on an amazing, double exposure with that portrait and the flowers. Oh, so beautiful. So exactly. So if you can tell everybody a little bit about you and then get started on what you're going to be working on today, that would be amazing.
Awesome. Hey everyone, I'm Shaylin Wallace, but you can call me Shay the Surrealist, and I'm a surreal artist based in Wilmington, Delaware. And I take ordinary stock photos and I create extraordinary compositions. And today I will also be doing another double exposure style, but it's going to be different than the last time. Instead of portraits, we're going to work with landscapes and like sceneries, and it's going to be awesome.
Amazing. We're so excited. Ooh, we've got some people from Florida, Ohio, Alberta, Lethbridge, Alberta. I've never heard of that. We've got Sweden, we've got South Dakota, New Zealand, Brooklyn, New York. Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you, Sam, for linking Shaylin's Behance and her Instagram. Make sure to go follow her. It's at SMW all day. Let's get started and get going.
Awesome. Okay, so I have some stock photos here that I gathered. And I'm gonna just drag a few of these. I have some landscapes and some like clouds, a little bit of everything.
Cool.
Also some portraits we could probably incorporate into the piece.
Okay, I'm excited.
So double exposure is like it. I feel like that's gonna be awesome. Yep. Double exposures. I feel like there's so many ways you can do it. So instead of using a portrait this time, I'd rather just, try something that I used to love to do, which I haven't did in a while, which is like landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I did landscape was like last year, but I have a few images.
Okay. And all these are from Adobe Stock, correct?
Yes.
That's amazing. I love that. There's honestly, Adobe Stock has such an amazing library of images.
I'll look for hours, honestly.
Oh yeah, you can just scroll through everything and just find what you need,
Yeah.
That's awesome. What would you say is like a hot tip for finding what you need? Like, do you, are there like specific keywords or like, how do you go about finding stuff?
I feel like keywords is one thing, but also like using the tools on the sides. You can like kind of use like, if you want to find photos, specifically photos, you can look for just photos. You want to find portraits, you can look for that. Transparent stuff, you can also like change the settings on the side.
Yeah.
I use a lot of the settings for
amazing.
I like this and like that. So yeah, I have a couple different sceneries.
I love it. Yeah, you've got, it's like all of like so many different kinds of landscapes.
Right.
Amazing. Frank says, description of this stream is so exciting. I love it.
Yeah, so the possibilities are endless with this one.
Oh yeah. I know it's going to be great to see kind of how you use the different like Photoshop tools to, you know, just like get to your final result. Did you have like an idea for this, you know, design creation, or do you typically let the images kind of?
So the images I
Take you there.
have, the images I have are kind of like, I have like different ideas, but similar for like each one. I really like this background a lot.
Ooh.
So I feel like
That's
that'd be
super
cool
cool.
to overlay. So I'm gonna double this. You can just drag it down. Oops, I did it the wrong way. And now I have two. And I think I'm going to flip it.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
You could either actually I'm gonna do it twice so I can show two different ways. So this one, I'm gonna use the blending modes a lot. So
okay, cool.
I love
Ooh.
blending modes. So lighten does like that cool trick to show. And do something like this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Selection tool.
And that's like so simple too, you know?
Right.
Ooh, we've got some people watching. We have Syed from Pakistan, David from Ecuador, Akash from India. I love that we can have so many different kinds of people.
I know. Hi.
Watching from all over. It's amazing.
Yeah. So this is like a cool, like one of my favorite double exposures is like taking the landscape and then flipping it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Use the brush tool.
Steve is saying, it's nice to see an artist use the bright interface of Photoshop.
Thank you. You see, people always like.
Okay, I have the bright interface too, and I love it.
Right? I feel like it gives like that 90s aesthetic.
Yeah, right. But someone had the audacity to tell me that it looked like a visual straitjacket, and I was like, no.
Like, I just think it's so vintage. I love how all the tools are like black and then everything else is white. So it gives me like that 90s. Yeah, I had it like this for I think about 2 years. People are always like, why do you have it on light mode? I'm like, it's not light mode, it's vintage.
It's vintage. Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah, and I love it. I'll never change it again.
I love it. Oh, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it's like one of my similar styles. I created last year a piece called Ascension. And I kind of use this technique, but I made that one on my iPad, actually, Photoshop on iPad.
Oh, that's so fun. It has a very like sci-fi feel.
Right.
You know, that's so fun.
Restaurants.
Umacorn says, it's been a while since I last used that bright one.
I recommend it.
Yes, me too.
I recommend it.
And thank you, Sam, for linking the Adobe Stock. Please make sure to check it out. It's amazing. You know, you can find so many different assets to use for all kinds of creative projects, whether they're personal or, you know, for a client. It's awesome.
Yeah, I used to love using this for clients. And then when I have like some left over, I'll use it for myself. But recently I've been able to like use a lot for myself. So it's fun.
That's awesome.
I like that.
And I want to encourage everybody in the chat to feel free to ask any questions. I'm sure Shaylin would love to answer them and share her knowledge. So anything that you have on your mind, feel free to drop in the chat. Love to answer.
Yes. Get the inside scoop.
Yeah, get the inside scoop.
So right now I'm just experimenting with all the layers, which is what I usually do. I love these mountains, so I'm going to actually select them.
I love the color palette of it too.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So W is a shortcut for the object selection tool or quick selection.
Yeah. Awesome. I feel like right before the chat, we were talking about Star Wars, and I'm like, now I'm getting the vibes of Star Wars right now.
Love that.
Very sci-fi.
Love that. Ooh, I love how this goes with the background.
Yeah, I love that. The colors are so good. Oh. Steve says, yes, for a stream too. It's easier to see menus and whatnot. And
Yes.
Noor says, I never use dark mode, LOL, but I have to design and code them for clients.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's awesome. So I think I'm going to keep this background from this one and then add that to this. Create smart object. I never used to smart objects until like I think 2 years ago. I would rasterize every layer, but now it's like I can't live without the smart objects. It literally made my art, my like it made everything easier for me.
Yeah, like how, in what way?
So let's say I want to change the brightness or contrast or like switch up the levels. I'm able to like do that with the smart object, but then also like go back and change the levels still.
Sure.
When you rasterize it, after you like click something, you like save it, it's gonna continue to like be that. You have to go either undo or you have to like start all over.
Sure.
So
that makes sense.
That saved me some time. All right, perfect. Oh, I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Right,
aw, so fun. Vladimir says, hello from Cape Verde. Hope to show my works here too. How cute. Thank you guys for joining. This is awesome. Ooh, so fun.
So I have some clouds here. I love using clouds. So I have some clouds and stars, some space elements. Try this one out.
And how like often are you creating like your projects?
I try to work on something at least like every day. Sometimes if I have to do like client work, I'll do client work, and then towards the nighttime, that's when I work on my own personal projects. I recently just finished up some client projects, which I will reveal soon. And I'm working on actually on a new piece for this new series I'm working on, which I haven't named yet, but
oh
yeah,
maybe the chat can help you name.
Right, like last time.
Like last time, yeah.
Oh, I love this. So let's.
Oh, that's fun.
So I've been using some new shortcuts. I know Command L. I can get the levels now.
Ooh,
yeah.
I know shortcuts and just like being able to know your keyboard and like, you know, can just like
Saves
really
lives.
Yeah. And it's just like more efficient too, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So my brush is on 33% of opacity. I like to use that when I like to blend things in.
Ooh, okay. I love this because it kind of has that like, what do you call it? That effect of like there's fog.
Right. Exactly.
If you guys know San Francisco or live nearby it, you know Carl. I'm pretty sure it's called Carl the Fog. They like the fog in San Francisco has a name, FYI.
When I go there, I would be like, "Oh my God, Carl!
Oh my God, Carl! There you are."
I heard about you.
Vinake says, "Let's go, Shay." So cute.
I love this. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's coming along.
That's another one.
So fun. Do you find it hard to like, you know when to stop or like, you know?
I feel like at this point, I think I just know. Like, yeah. I just know.
Instinct feeling of like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's it. We got it.
Ooh, Shantae's asking, how do you duplicate layers? Is there a shortcut?
Yes. So sometimes I'll like drag it down to this plus sign at the bottom and then I'll duplicate like that. Or you can click the option. Well, I have a Mac, but if you click option and you just push it up, it'll do that. It'll just there's a few ways.
Yeah. I mean, you can also right click and duplicate layer.
Yeah.
Or the command is what? Command J? Command J? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I always drag it. I don't know. I'm just used to dragging it.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways. It's all just whatever makes sense to you.
Right.
Yeah. Control J. Thank you guys for answering that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
I
a
love
vibe.
the lighting. Yeah, I like that. Well, I've been working with like colors in Photoshop recently, and it's been so much fun.
That's awesome. In like, in what way? Like, what tools are you
So
using?
I use a lot of the filter. Let me go to it. So sometimes I'll use like the either I'll make my own colors and then I'll just use a blending mode. So let's say if I have the purple right now, it's on purple. And I do that.
Oh.
I can just use the blending modes and just, you see how it's like the little effect of like, ooh, I actually like that.
That's
I
kind
like,
of cool. The pin light.
yeah, I like that actually.
Oh, that's so fun.
I was like, that gave me an idea. Let's keep that purple. Let's keep that purple.
Yes, thank you, Steve. Command J on Mac, and then otherwise Control J as well.
Yeah. And then I'll go like images, and then I also use like the photo filter. So that will basically change the color to anything. Let's say I put it on here. And then I can use like these, and it'll like change color. But if I take off the luminosity, it will look like that.
It'll look a little wild.
Yeah. Actually kind of cool. Like pop art.
Yeah, very pop art.
Ooh, I actually kind of like that.
Whoa. Oh.
Okay, let me make a whole separate layer now.
I know.
Turn that one off. And turn that one off.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's gonna look more surreal when I keep working on it, but these photo filters are very fun. Oh, I forgot. Wrong one. Here we go. See, now you can really see like.
Ooh. Oh. I know, it's so crazy how just a little color change can make such a big difference.
I really love this one. Yeah, I've been experimenting with colors a lot. And it's just like, what vibe do I want to give off? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Calm vibe, cool vibe. I really like this one. I might have to use this one.
It's beautiful.
I like the purple.
I love how that's like the fun part of just like going to the blending modes and just like going down and seeing what happens.
Right. I that's all I do, experiment. Like, oh, what are your process? Well, you're about to see it right now.
Yeah, it's like trial and error a little bit.
Yeah. It's like I see
but
it,
it's fun.
But it's like it's getting there.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna add some yellow.
Oh, Fatty says, I can tell this artwork is going to be awesome. I really love the way you blend the images together. That's so sweet. And it's all about like experimentation, you know?
Oh, it looks like space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's a little bit too much. I didn't like that yellow.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Like that. Yeah. It's a vibe.
It's giving like space.
Yeah. It's giving space. It's giving Star Wars. Just kidding.
Right. I like that. Cool. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that works.
What would you say is like your favorite part of the editing process and your least favorite part, if you even have a least?
My favorite part, I think, is right here, just experimenting with all the different images I like find and just putting them together and then creating just whatever comes to mind. My least favorite part, I don't even know. I feel like when I'm not in like the zone, that's what kind of, just it makes it more stressful and not fun.
Sure.
When I have to like kind of try too hard.
Yeah, when you're like trying to force something and it's not coming like naturally.
Yeah, and I wonder why. I'm like, oh, because you're not even supposed to be doing this right now.
Yeah, you're not in the space to be. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah. I don't think anyone likes that, if they're not in the mood for it. It's like, oh, nothing's like, it's gonna be hard to come up with something like you like love if you're not
creative blocks are the worst.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Ooh.
definitely.
Okay, this is coming along.
There you go. That's so fun.
I'm probably gonna change the colors again, but you know, nothing's wrong with that. Okay. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that's so fun. That linear dodge. Yeah. It really just makes it seem like you did. Look, the sky's just filled with all these stars. So pretty.
Right. Yeah, a lot of my work has been like stellar, and I feel like I don't know. It just been clicking with me, so I've been using like stars a lot.
Yeah, I love that. Shante says, I'm an Illustrator person, so this is so interesting. Oh, that's
See,
so
I use
fun.
Illustrator too. I love people don't really like know how to use Illustrator as much, but I think before I learned Photoshop, I actually would use Illustrator first.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like the tools in Illustrator kind of were similar to like the apps I would use. So I would
Sure.
use that, and it was like interesting. Oh, I love
Yeah.
stars.
Were you like also doing like composites like on Illustrator too?
No, it was more like kind
Or
of
it was just more, oh, okay,
vector
vector
art.
based. Yeah, vector art.
Yeah. So that's
Nice.
kind of just how I
And
did
Illustrator, you
that.
said Illustrator was the first like program you were using, or?
Yeah, but like before Photoshop, I would use Illustrator because my I took a graphic design class in high school, and that's what my teacher taught us. So that's how I learned
Wow,
that.
that's
And
cool.
I think her assignments helped because it was like we had to mix like certain things, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Eventually, you know, I could make like a Pepsi can or something. So that was fun.
Nice. Dahlia says, do you ever get frustrated with all the layers you end up using?
I mean, so let's say I have all these layers right now, and then I'm about to finalize everything. I will always delete the layers I don't use. So that
Sure.
makes it easier for me
Yeah,
to, you know,
absolutely.
because as you can see, I'm not naming anything. I will group. So I will group my layers, and I'll name
And
those
then name the
layers.
group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't.
I
I
mean, that's
just
a lot of layers.
yeah.
You're looking at, like, if you're a compositor, you're looking at a lot of layers
Yeah,
to
I don't
like
have to.
name.
I just at this point I know I'm not gonna do it. But when it comes to I just grouping is better because let's say all these are like sky elements, I'll put them all together and be like sky elements, and I'm like, okay, let me just go to the group and like, oh, there's that one, that one, that
There's
one.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, I like this a lot.
I mean, people say it's, there's two kinds of people in the world, the kind that name their layers and the kind that don't.
Which one you want to be?
Yeah, exactly.
8 years.
We
I'm
call
still
it
doing this.
organized mess.
Right. Organized chaos.
Yes. And Steve says layers are free, as Odari says. So fun. Oh, Alex is sweet. Love these streams. Great to see how much joy Shay brings people through her amazing artwork.
Oh, stop.
That's awesome. I know. So kind. I mean, just this whole platform, Adobe Live's amazing. For just learning and getting to know other kinds of creatives, seeing their process. I think that's one of the beautiful things about kind of today's, world is that like we're now sharing more information about how we
Right.
create things, and regardless of, I'm showing you my techniques, but like everyone kind of creates their own individual work, even using the same tools, so yeah, we're just really appreciative of all you guys who are tuning in, and who keep coming back. So thank you guys.
Right. Yeah. So you're here again.
You make the community what it is,
Yeah. If you got the other two and you're on the third one, then thank you for being here. Appreciate it. If your first time, then yeah, you're in for a treat.
Yes, exactly.
You're in for a treat. But yeah, I love doing this because like people always ask me questions about Photoshop and stuff, and I'm just like, well, this is why I love Adobe Live. So you can kind of get like kind of my process, but not, but like, just like so you can like take what I, show you, and you can like, do your own thing. People always, after every stream, people always tag me like their Instagram images and like show me like, oh, this is what I made from your Adobe stream. Like, that is so cool.
Yeah, that's
amazing. Learn something. That's exactly what I like.
And if you want to continue learning too, don't forget about the daily creative challenges, which you can register for them just above the chat. but it's just a way to kind of, refine your skills. And, they're always happening usually right before a mainstream. And so they're awesome. Yeah. Look, it's just a great way to learn and learn new skills. So Bliss says facts, and Fatty says, yeah, that's awesome. Shibanam's asking, can this live be saved? Yes, this live, all lives are available for replay as soon as they're over. And so you can just rewatch them however you want and just, learn at your own pace. If you want to slow down, a stream, or pause one, then that's totally great. It's a great way to learn. So
Definitely.
Penny says, I am bad about layers and so many regrets the further along I go.
No regrets. No regrets.
No regrets. No regrets, Penny.
Yeah, I regret sometimes too, which is why I started grouping.
Yeah, right?
But
It just helps out a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Shantae says, and she's so genuine and authentic. Started following her from Twitter and been in awe ever since.
Ah, yeah, Twitter.
That's cute.
Twitter fan.
Love it. Fatty's asking, how do you guys come over those irritating creative blocks? Because it happens to me a lot. It's a great question.
So I always do things. So even though I love Photoshop, I will always, find other creative outlets. So I'm a photographer, so I would, dabble in photography sometimes. I would draw on my iPad sometimes. I'll make beats. I watch movies, listen to music, like other creative outlets. Sometimes I feel like people think, just because you have one niche, you can't have others.
Yes.
So it's like, I'd rather you just, experiment and try and figure out, maybe you're good at charcoal, maybe you're good at painting, you never know until you try. And that can kind of spark other ideas that you possibly can incorporate into your main medium. So that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, I love that. And I think just like getting out and like doing things like,
even
if it's maybe not, creative necessarily, but just like doing, getting outside or going, to a museum, going, doing things that are like, just gets you out of like your normal headspace.
Right.
To then get you pumped up and stoked to get back into creating,
Yeah, I love going for walks. That's like one of my it's like one of my things that keep me sane, honestly. And even though it's been like, cold, those warm days, I will take those warm days and go for a walk no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Just clear your head. Nature is art,
Literally.
The most natural art ever. Nothing
100%.
compares to nature.
Penny says they like to walk away or sleep on it. Yep. Spinning my wheels is so not fruitful, and neither is the frustration for creative block. 100% agree.
Right.
Oh, Alex says, I remember watching some of her earlier streams where she did the underwater art. Truly mind-blowing. Amazing.
Yes, I did that last time in my campaign. Yeah, that was fun. That was actually a challenging one because I really didn't know what I was going to create.
You're like,
like, I don't know.
That reminds me of like Michael from The Office, where he's like, sometimes I just start a sentence and I don't know where it's going. That's the vibe. Thank you, Sam, for linking the Photoshop challenges. Make sure to join. And yeah, don't forget to join the Discord too. So that's where you can post them up and, people can see that work too. Oh yeah, that's great. Shantae says, for me, I create in something that's not my primary medium. Kind of like what you were saying, Shay.
Yeah.
So I do digital work. So instead I'll color, I'll doodle sketches, paint, or watch stuff like that. Watch stuff like this, like Adobe Lives. Amazing. I love it. Yeah, Sam says mixing it up is definitely a great way to deal with a creative block. I love it. I think everyone's in the same boat, like just doing something different. Ooh, Dolly has a good question. At what point in your creative process did you find your own quote own artistic style?
See, I've been doing this for a while, so I think I want to say 2017 was when I really like started doing my underwater forest edits and just kind of just doing the dispersion edits, which I'll show you guys tomorrow, and just experimenting. I try to just create things that no one else created before, and that was kind of pushed me to my like not my my creative limit. Like my imagination just took me in a whole other level. It's like just go beyond what you the basic stuff.
Yes.
Double exposures, but like let's do double exposures, but then add to it. So that's kind of what I've been I just experiment and
Mhm.
just I have an idea. I don't know if I can do it, but let's try it. And if
Let's
it
try
works, it
it.
works. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it's like, okay, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
And it's like even if it doesn't work out, it's like, okay, maybe like you figure something out or you know that it doesn't work, so then it's like, okay, how can I do something different?
Right.
It's all part of the learning process. So amazing.
Definitely.
Bliss says, very true. And for me, doing the other things gets my imagination flowing. Love that.
Oh, Let me.
Oh, Alex Robertson says, yes, her photography is amazing. I'm thankful enough to say Shay has done a few portraits of me. She can do it all. Cute.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I took this layer, but I need these colors, so I had to. Oh, one of my favorite things is like submerging layers. So if you click option, you'll see this and you just.
Oh, yeah. Like
So
doing
now,
a clipping mask.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And so now when I have that, like these layers only show. This is how I usually group things too. If I had to do that, I can just group it and be like upside down. I guess a lot of words. I'm gonna just say upside down.
Just
Mountain.
call it the upside down, like Stranger Things.
I'm gonna say
um
So what is that? That's what it
it's
is.
that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, Wenda is saying, hey guys, how's everyone doing? Thanks for joining us.
I just said okay. All right. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next, but I love doing this effect. I think I started this effect on my phone when I first started editing, and it's very common for people to do this one. So it was like one of those things you just kind of first learn.
Yeah.
And I kind of try to put my own twist to it. So
yeah,
that's why I was like,
that's so fun. Ooh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's so fun. And Penny's also saying, ooh, coloring is a good idea to get like out of a creative block. Shantae says, I also create coloring books. That's one of my fun things. It isn't always so technical, but it enhances my digital skills as well. I mean, even just the kind of like something that's like a little, I don't know, working with your hands too, like using your hands.
Yeah, literally.
Is always fun.
That helps a lot.
Ooh, I love that color treatment. That's so fun.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Oh.
Yeah, this is why I just drag layers, because I keep doing it. It's just a habit. do whatever feels comfortable to y'all.
Yes, exactly. No one is here to judge you for doing something differently.
Yeah, like the way I use Photoshop is probably not how a lot of people use it. Like I love to use brushes and mask and just erasing things, and that's just, it's comfortable for me, and that's kind of like my blending like skills have really improved over the years, and I can really blend things the way I see, as you can see, like the clouds and all that. Like some people have like cloud brushes. I the basic brush. Like, I can just change the opacity and just
yeah, there you go. Exactly like that.
Yeah, right. Literally, yeah.
Munda says, happy to join, although I'm a bit late. That's okay. We actually started a little bit late too. So
yeah.
A little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully tomorrow's a lot more smooth sailing, but just happy to have you. So thank you for joining. And I guess this is a quick reminder. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure to come over to Behance, because that's where you'll have access to the chat. And, you can ask Shay some questions or get to know her a little bit more. So make sure to come on over to be.net/Adobe Live.
Yes.
Dolly's asking, please explain the purpose of using a clipping mask. Kind of like what you were talking about.
This right here. Okay. All right. So this is kind of like why I use the smart objects. But okay, I like to explain things and then have examples, because it just makes it easier. Let me just actually delete this layer mask real quick.
Yeah.
So let's say it's on normal, and then you go down here and you click it. Now you have a mask. So you can use the brush tool, or you can use like G. G will basically, you put on white, it's not going to do anything, but if you put on black, it's going to erase the whole thing.
Sure.
So let's say you put, I have the brush tool, but it's on 33%. Let's put it up to, let's say 61%. Cool. And I'm gonna make my brush a little big. If you take it off of black and put it back on white, it's going to actually draw the layer back. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of just, wherever you want to put it, you can draw it back. And if you want to erase it, you can erase it. So it's kind of like erasing, but you can go back and
it.
It helps when you just, like, if you don't want to keep it's kind of like for mistakes. Let's say you don't want, like,
sure,
you don't want to erase. I don't erase. I just use layer mask. I don't erase.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how you can preserve, you know, your content. Yeah. Makes sense. Jolly's asking, so color / lighting plus brushes plus opacity equals smooth blending? Sounds about right.
And yeah, you know, just once you get the hang of your own blending skills, you just kind of just like, okay, that's what I do. I just use, you know, simple brushes and stuff, and, you know, layer mask, and it gets the job done for me. Other people may, you know, probably do other things, but that's
I mean, like, you could do so much. You can, even if you don't want to use a brush, you could use like the gradient tool or something, you know what I mean, while using the mask. So like there's so many ways. Spencer is saying, finally found some time for an Adobe Live and I get this incredible celestial art. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I'm so glad. It sounds like this is your first Adobe Live, so thank you for joining us.
Yes, if it's your first, that's awesome.
I know. Yeah, please tell us if this is your first time at Adobe Live, you know, checking it out. I'd love to know, and give you a little shout out. I think it's just amazing if you're, you know, tuning in and it's like, you know, you're wanting to better yourself and your skills and learn from other people, learn, you know, from other creatives. That's the best gift that you can give to yourself and to learn and to grow.
Definitely. I agree.
Ooh, Shantae's saying, do you think it's easier using Photoshop on the Mac or the iPad?
See, I think it just depends on what you want to do in Photoshop, because I've been like, before I even had Photoshop, I would edit on my phone. So I feel like the iPad is like a big phone for me.
That's true. I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah. So like that's why I also have Photoshop on my iPad. So I don't have to like use my computer sometimes. Yeah. And even if I work in Photoshop on my iPad, I will, you know, I love the Creative Cloud, because once it's on there, it's also on here automatically. So I can just click it on here. Yeah. And I'll probably do a few things in there, and then I'll do a few things in here. But like, let's say I want to do a double exposure, I can do that on here. But if I want to like kind of like use like the pen tool and like kind of get a little smaller details, I'll just, you know, open it on my Mac.
Yeah.
But Photoshop on the iPad, it's lit. It's lit.
Amazing. Yeah, let us know in the chat. Do you like, you know, Photoshop on Mac or on iPad better, or are you like, I need to do both? Or tell us. Cute. Okay. Jack says hi. Hey everyone. Thank you for joining. And it's Shantae's first time as well. Lucy's also first time as well. So nice. Kara Renee is also her first time. Oh, amazing. Thank you guys for joining. Dolly has a question. What does your desk setup look like?
So I'm in an office right now, but my desk at home is very, I think I posted my desk on my Twitter before, but it's very me. I have a like an LED sign that says "Keep it surreal."
I love that.
I know, it lights up.
So good.
I had to keep it like that. And I have like a lot of knickknacks around it. It's like, you know, my other computer. And
I feel like since the last time that I hosted you, like even like your like name now, like Shay the Surrealist, that's like a newer thing, you know? Like I love that you're really like,
I'm owning it.
You're leaning into it. You're owning it. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, last February I changed my my Twitter name to like Surrealist Shay, like my @ name. But then I called myself Shay the Surrealist. But now I feel like every time people meet me, they call me Shay the Surrealist. Not even Shay. They say Shay the Surrealist.
Shay the Surrealist.
So I'm just like, okay,
like,
I guess that's my
has
name
a ring.
now. And then I recently got like an LLC for that. So
I love that.
So Shay the Surrealist, that's me.
That's you. That's you.
Yeah.
Cool. Steve says the desktop version has a lot more features. The iPad one is good, but they are still adding to it. Good to know. Yeah. I mean, that's a constant thing because it's, obviously it's newer. Right. So yeah. Amazing. Bliss says if you use a clipping mask, the layer that's clipped is attached to the layer below it. Whatever's on the clip layer is seen on the layer it's clipped to. Yes. Thank you for explaining this.
Yeah, I feel like when I explain things, it's just, I feel like, yes, you do that, right? That, yeah. But and that's what I was trying to say exactly.
Yeah. Spencer says, "Oh, sorry, not my first time, just my first in a minute." Nice.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Dolly says, "Sorry for all the questions, just interested." No, there's no such thing as,
I'm here to answer, literally.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
You're getting the inside scoop, so while I'm making this, so no worries. Keep asking.
Yes.
I just hope I can answer them.
Yes. And if not, like the whole community's here. So like,
they got my back.
We can all, we've got your back. We've got everyone's back. Bliss says, I'll use both on iPad and desktop. Unfortunately, I usually have tech issues with my iPad, but I'll use it anyway. We all know technical difficulties and tech issues. Ugh, the worst, but it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes it's inevitable. It's like, we can learn from the next time.
I know.
What this is.
Cool. It's also Amanda's first time, but first for a Photoshop session. So that's exciting.
Cool. How many of you guys use Photoshop in the chat?
Yeah, tell us. Amazing. This looks cool. Okay.
I don't know what's going on, but
I don't know what's going on either. But it's cool. I'm feeling the vibes.
I don't really know. Maybe.
I love what Shantae said. Shantae says, yes, I had to step into believing myself more as an artist. So watching things like this are super helpful.
Yeah. Believing in yourself, like, it's the hardest thing, but once you really believe it, it's like, I'm really good at this. You're just like, wait.
Yeah. You give yourself a little pep talk.
Yeah, like you give yourself some credit, it's like,
yes.
It took me, I think the first time I really gave myself some credit was like maybe like 2 years ago. So yeah, it takes some time.
It takes some time. But once you're there, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Sam says, Photoshop is my main tool for sure. And Bliss says, Photoshop and Fresco are my besties.
Fresco, I need to get back into that. I use it a few times and I love it.
I don't think I've ever tried it. I should try it.
It's like, I feel like Fresco is like Photoshop and Illustrator together.
Oh, really? Okay. I need to try it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay. All right. You guys are motivating me. Shantae says, I've used Photoshop one time. LOL. I use Illustrator and Dimension more. That's exciting. Dimension.
I used that before too.
How do you like it, Shay?
It was interesting.
I like the honest answer.
Yeah, I feel like I started this piece with like a sun or something and I never finished it. It was like a sun and it had like teardrops and I really want to finish it. I need to. But that was like the one thing I was doing on it's like almost like 3D. Well, it kind of is 3D and it's just,
Yeah.
I'm not used to that. So.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballpark for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
Spencer is asking, is the iPad version of Photoshop different than the version for, say, a Cintiq tablet, or does that even exist? Great question. I do not know what a Cintiq tablet is.
I have an iPad, so I cannot answer that question.
Yes. If anyone knows, please answer. Frank says, I use Photoshop 90% of the time. Yep. And Steve says, Photoshop is the one I have most fun with, but I also really love InDesign. It turns out I work with InDesign more and make more money with it.
See, I understand that. Yeah. I use InDesign in college a few times. And it's, once you get the hang of it, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I want to make a magazine one day. I know how to
you know how to use it. Yeah, you know
So,
how to do the layouts.
I think I've used almost every single Adobe software before. InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator.
Yeah.
Dimension. There's another one for you can like. There's another one I use. I forget what the name of it. I mean, Premiere Audio. After Effects.
After Effects. That's right. Okay, I love this like situation over here that you're creating.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like, I don't know, something like either like a portal or like.
Right. I'm trying to think
like,
of what color.
Like almost like the rings that belong to a planet, but there's no planet.
No planet.
That's so fun.
Ooh, okay, that's not good.
Like an intergalactic like tornado or something, or like a portal or something. That's so fun. Anki says, I'm a Photoshop person, but I have started to learn Illustrator as well, and none of the others. Spencer says, InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere for me, and now After Effects a small bit. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad that everybody's has like, you know, is trying all the different programs and stuff.
I mean, why not? You know, if you got this subscription, you might as well experiment.
I know, might as well experiment and try different things. So
yeah.
Lucy says, Shaylin Wallace's Raise the Roots is great. Just like my work I created 15 years ago when I did not know how to use Photoshop. Aw. Okay, everyone's saying this is like a UFO. It's a wormhole, a portal. We've got all different kinds of things.
I'm trying to figure it out too. I keep like, what is going on? I don't know. It's what I usually do when I get like
yeah. Well, especially if you're gonna bring that portrait of the person, you know.
Yeah, I'm about to bring that person in real quick, and
it's time for them to shine.
Yeah. What if I?
Oh. Wow.
What if I'm trying to think. I mean, what if I just?
Oh, Lucia's joining in. Hello, everyone. Hi, Lucia. Thank you for joining us. We're here with Shaylin Wallace. She's an amazing surrealist. It's actually, I should say your name, Shay the Surrealist. If you want to go see more of her work, definitely check her out on Instagram. It's at SMW All Day, ALLDAY. She makes incredible surrealist artwork. Yeah, you should just follow her because her work's amazing.
More work to come. More work to come.
Yes.
I actually tried to change my Instagram name to Surrealist Shay, but it wasn't working. But I feel like SMW All Day. I had that for so long.
You had it for so long.
I have to keep it.
Yeah. Well, especially like sometimes it's the thought of having to like update everything. Right. Or like even where you've been featured before, or like
it's like nah,
it's a whole thing.
Yeah. That name it literally is my initials SMW, and then All Day is kind of just like that's me. Like I'm always gonna be her, so that's kind of why I did that when like 8 years ago. So
it's so cute.
I had to keep it.
I mean, it's very factual.
Right. It's like why is that your name? It's like small. Like no, it's not. It's my initials and then All Day.
Yeah. So it's true. Oh, Spencer says Supernova. I love that. That's a cool name.
I must say I like
that title. Fatty says the most thing I really enjoy most in this surreal art, like when you don't know what absolutely you're gonna create, and suddenly you put images together and you say, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome."
Me currently.
Me
currently. It's like, I don't know.
Steve says the magical space portal where single socks and Tupperware tops get lost. That is a fact. A fact.
The sock thing is annoying, honestly. It's like, wait.
Honestly.
Where did you walk off to?
Like where? Did you grow some feet and walk away? I don't know.
Right. All right. I think.
Oh, Axel says, have you got tutorials in YouTube? Do you have a YouTube channel? thing?
So I actually made one last year. Nothing is on it.
Honestly, the best place is just Adobe Live. Like it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna find a lot of, Shay, you've been on here. This is your third time, so you have
Yeah, so
previous
yeah.
streams that you can check out for
Yeah.
sure.
People have been asking me about tutorials. I feel like people don't realize how hard tutorials are because, and you can see
They're
how I
very hard
work.
to make.
Yeah, step by step is,
It's tough. Yeah. And you want to be like, you want the content to be digestible, but you also like want it to be clear.
yeah.
And that's really hard to do. So, I mean, that's kind of part of why Adobe Live, it's like, all right, here's the opportunity to get to know a different creative and their process, but it's going to look different because everyone has different, passions or what they're creating, their skills, whatever, you know. It's very
Exactly.
difficult. And like you have to be kind of tech savvy too, you're like
Yeah.
you have to like know how to edit video and like, what's the best way to make transitions, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what like I kind of do look. I know how to edit videos. Surprising, like I can do that, but
Yeah.
it's a lot because I don't want I want to make sure like how my steps are like everyone can do the steps I'm doing rather than me like, oh yeah, just do that. Like no, you have to use
Yeah.
this. You have to use Command J for this, and that's why I love
Yeah.
Adobe Live. It's kind of like me giving back. It's like now you can really see what I'm doing. If you have any questions, you can actually ask it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tutorials are hard.
They are definitely hard. Axel also asked, where can I learn about finance? You and I, all of us. I feel like finance for creatives is so difficult. I mean, actually, that'd be like probably a really good topic. Like if there's, ever a stream that's related to more like the business side of creatives.
Yeah,
If that's something that you guys want, like, feel free to
it's a good
ask in the,
idea.
share in the chat, and I'll be happy to share or pass along the information. So I think that's one of the hardest parts too, like, about creativity. It's like, okay, the business side of things can be a little
Yeah, I kind
a
of
little
learned
wild.
that. Yeah, I learned that on my journey of the do's and don'ts. It was kind of like not
Yes.
trial and error, but it's like, okay, let me not do that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Sam has a question. How big of a part of the job is social media for you? I'm so bad about being consistent with it. That's
see,
a great
so
question.
that is a really good question.
Yes. Thank you,
So
Sam.
literally, but when I like converted from like using editing apps to like being on Photoshop, I would post my artwork on my Instagram. So posting like almost every day was my thing, and let's just say I got used to it. Like before, like because I did this in high school, so like literally on like on the bus, I came to the cafeteria in the morning. I would post before I had to give her my phone for class, and I would do that almost every day.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I was just consistent with it, and I got used to it. But being on social media like now, like I have like Instagram and I have Twitter. It's like I feel like I'm more active on Twitter now than I am on Instagram these days,
Mm,
but it takes a toll when you just like I feel like you don't have to post every day. I don't really post every day. You don't have to. And if you want
yeah.
to, you can post old work. There's nothing wrong with like reposting
Oh,
stuff.
100%. Recycling work is
Yeah.
like the best because you're always gaining new people, new
Right.
followers,
They never seen
a
this
new
3 years
community.
ago.
Yeah, they've never seen it. So, and if you like that original piece, like it's likely that people who already follow you will love it again. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
definitely like,
They gonna like it.
yeah. And I think with the, kind of current landscape, like a lot of video is being pushed right now. So it's kind of like, all right, well, you don't have that pressure to like post that often anymore, simply
Right.
because, that's just how the algorithm has been lately.
Yeah. The algorithm is very video
It's
like,
just very video right now.
and I feel like if you
Which
see
is
me,
great. I mean,
yeah.
wonderful, but yeah, it's definitely different. It's different for photographers who,
Right. If you see me doing videos, just know it's because Instagram told me to.
Spencer says, I was looking at your Posy primary series and my goodness, flawless. How many hours do you
Thank
estimate you spent
you.
on each piece?
See, that's hard. I remember I started that series like I think it was like a year, not even last year, the year before last year I started that. And I didn't finish till last year. And it was kind of like one of those things like you had the idea and then you're just like, okay, let's do it. And then you just stop. So it was one of those ideas I just stopped and then went back like months later. And to find like the flowers and then, arranging the flowers, it takes hours for me to do that. And then if it doesn't go the certain way I wanted to, I just stop and then go back the next day. So I would say maybe a couple of days for me to do that.
Yeah, I believe it.
And
100%.
that's just the flowers. To find the actual images, like the stock photos, that's a whole other thing. And
It's
like,
a whole thing.
It's like, yeah, it's
for sure. Awesome. Bliss says, in my head, I still say SMWALL, small, whenever I see Shay on IG.
Yeah, because no one knows it's gonna be that, but I know because I've made that so long ago. I mean, I was like 14, 15, but I made that, so I was like, yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna be me regardless. It's like, SMW all day. It's like, yeah. So now you guys know what it is. It's SMW, my initials. Like that's SMW visuals. That's what SMW. That's my initials. So now you know.
Love it. Shantae says, I commend people who edit tutorials. That's not for the weak. I love it.
It is not. And I give everybody kudos who does do that. Because
yes.
I actually tried, and I made one video for double exposure, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it was a step by step, like step 1, step 2. I did that. I had videos to go with each step. I had, everything. And it's just like,
yeah, it takes time. It does.
Oh, I just realized.
Sam says editing definitely gets time consuming for sure. Oh yeah, Bliss says Adobe Office Hours has covered some business aspects for creatives and freelancers. That's right. I know the Adobe Office Hours has like a separate, there's usually different topics and on that channel. So that's cool. And that's over on YouTube, by the way. Kara says social media is such a full-time job.
It definitely is. I just realized it wasn't charging on that side. So let me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm trying to charge it on this side.
That's important. Let's get that charged up.
There we go.
Nice.
It was plugged this entire time. It just wasn't charging.
Oh, weird.
I know.
Is it charging now?
Yeah, it's in.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad I caught it because I was like, wait.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Suddenly you would have left the chat. Right. It would have been literally Shaylin exited the chat.
Shaylin exited the chat. Yeah, it was in my thing this entire time. That's like the first thing I put in. But okay. So I use the select subject tool, and then I'm just refining the edges.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this a silhouette, so it doesn't really matter what is left. But
yeah, like the edges and stuff.
Yeah, but I want to make sure it looked a little bit still realistic, and
yeah, for sure. Just like cleaning things up a bit. Nice.
And then just a little bit of the edges.
Oh, everyone's talking about Twitter and Instagram now. Bliss says it's easier to be more active on Twitter. I mean, that's kind of true because it's so, you know what I mean? Like you're just posting thoughts, your words, that kind of thing.
Twitter. But oh my goodness. Yeah.
I mean, social media,
it's more engaging.
Yeah. And that's true. Kara says, how do you decide when a piece is done? And we kind of covered this in the beginning of the stream, but do you want to say it? Your answer one more time?
Sure. I feel like I think once I realized that I think once I just realize there's nothing more for me to do, or it's either nothing more for me to do, or I'm just keep trying to add it onto it when I don't need to.
And you're forcing things.
Yeah, it's like, you don't even need that. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
I think at this point, I'm sure you've developed an instinct for okay, this piece is done.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, thank you for putting that, Robert. Office Hour with Hatch.go. Andrew Hockrattle, great friend, and Nick Longo.
So I create silhouettes by using the levels. So I just take the output on the white side and just
nice
all the way down. Let me do a little bit like that, and then.
Oh, so this is what you meant by it being a silhouette for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. How fun. I'm excited to see how this gets, cemented in there, or how it works with everything else. What a perfect, like, action for this person to do.
Right. I really was, I was like, person jumping in air in Adobe Stock. And
Yes.
it was either this one or this one, which that was a
Nice.
picture.
I think that one's really cool. I feel like it makes sense with the space.
Yeah, I was like, I could either even.
Oh, now it kind of looks like they're being brought up by like aliens or something.
Actually, let me try that one out too. I can probably.
Oh, Andrew just joined the chat. He's like, I was summoned. So Andrew is one of the hosts of the Office Hour. So if you wanted to check out a little bit more on like, businessy side of things of being a creative, then definitely check that out. That's over on YouTube. That's awesome that he just joined. Oh, cool. Okay. Spencer's asking, I hope you don't mind me asking you a more personal question, but I was wondering what your thoughts were on the importance of supporting Black female artists and some of the challenges that they face. I love that question, actually. I think that's a very...
Well, I am a Black female artist.
Exactly, right? So we got to support.
Yeah. Like I feel like it's kind of just reflects back to myself because, I always wanted, I think when I really started, I didn't really see many, Black female artists doing what I'm doing. So it was kind of just like, not saying I was on my own, but I was just like kind of rode my own wave. It wasn't until like last year when I really not even met like just other surreal artists, but just like other like Black artists like I connect to in general. And they're so talented. And it's just like, yo, we're all in here together doing our own thing. And that's why I love Twitter, because I can like repost people's artworks and like retweet it and stuff, engage with them more, and just like even like talk to them in comments and stuff, and like comment on the work. And I collect a lot of artwork, and it's just you never know what one retweet could do. Like so it's just
I like that. I like what you said about like you kind of like found your own path, you forged your own path, and then like even just like you coming on Adobe Live to be able to like share with others what you do and hopefully encourage other amazing Black artists to like kind of come into their own and like know that they can also be in this line of work. I think that's really, really inspiring and amazing.
Yeah, I've been seeing more and more. I'm like, yes, do it. It's fine.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, Photoshop is my life. Do it. It's fine.
Shantae's asking, so how did you make it a silhouette?
I can show you again.
Yes, yeah. Maybe we'll show like a little version of it again real quick.
So it's levels. So then that's the original. And then do levels. And right here, the output levels, it's either all the way up. The white side, you just drag it all the way down.
Nice.
To the other side. So basically you go from that's how you invert it if you go on the other way. But,
right.
But okay, here we go. So you go from 255 to 0. So you can just probably put 0 in. But I like to sometimes I like to keep in like a little bit of the light just because.
Yeah. And how did you apply that levels? Is it just like
So you can do Command L on your keyboard, or you can go down here and you can actually click levels.
Levels, nice.
Yeah, so you have a few options.
Cool.
Or you can go up here, image, adjustments, levels.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Wow.
Kara says, love reposting artwork. Definitely.
Yeah, my whole feed always it's like an art museum, and I think that's the only way. I feel like that's the only way.
Yeah. I love that term. My Instagram is an art museum. You're gonna find some, if you walk through the same way, you're gonna see some of the same art.
It's like, oh my god, thank you for sharing this. I never knew I would see this. Like, yeah, of course. It's like,
I love it.
That was cool.
Oh, I love this like tip given to Axel by Steve. Find someone who you admire for being a business success and study everything about what they did. If possible, interview them. I think that's definitely cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, there's nothing, learning from your community. That's one of the best ways for sure. Bliss says, ooh, there could be multiple bodies that fade away by lowering the opacity on each one in the steps.
Oh, like I
Oh,
know what you I know what you I know what you I know what you're
yeah. Bliss
saying.
is like, that would be trippy.
Oh, like this, like this, this.
Yes, there you go.
Oh yeah, another way to duplicate layers is if you just hold a layer right here, click option and just drag it up.
Drag it out. Nice. Ooh.
So let's say,
Okay.
oh, you got like that.
That's kind of fun.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
That's exciting.
I feel
Ooh.
like
I forgot about the
yeah, I know. I took it away. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know if I want it or not. I'm like debating on how I want to do that. What if something about like I just want to flip it.
Bliss says, remember me when you sell that NFT.
I'm screaming.
Oh my gosh. So have you Shay, have you been in the NFT space?
Yeah, I actually started so my first one last February. So it's been a year. So it's been
Wow.
yeah,
How are you liking it?
It's awesome, honestly. It's just like I feel like since I'm able to sell my artwork more, it's like I never thought I could show my artwork like that, you know. So it's just it's something I always wanted to do, but it's like now I have like I can do it with NFTs, which is like a blessing.
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
Like less commission, I can say. I can spend more time on doing my own stuff than commission for sure.
Yeah, that's so fun. Thomas says sisters in space. That's a good one if you decide to do multiple.
Right. Oh yeah, this may or may not be a series. We will see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I love it. I love how it's just like fun seeing like how you're getting to, you know, this design. It's so fun.
Getting somewhere.
Do you ever, I mean, like sometimes I feel like there's like a certain level of pressure because you're like, oh, you know,
yeah.
You know, it's like, okay.
There is a slight pressure, but I think now it's just like, you know,
it's part of the fun. It you know, yeah. I mean, I love what you're doing, and everyone in the chat loves what you're doing. So that's great.
That is good.
Ooh, okay. So let's see. Shante says, I need to own an NFT by her. Bliss says, check out the collabs between Shay and Vintage Mozart. They are gorgeous.
Yes, that's my boy. I shouted him out. My last Adobe Live, I shouted him out.
Oh, that's so fun. Spencer says, I've primarily heard of the dark side of the NFT business. Shaylin, when you sell an NFT, are you giving away all the rights to that owner? I know that's an option.
Yeah, that's an option. Usually I don't, but most of the time, depending on the NFT, I will like give them like a print to like for them to hang around in like their house. Nice. I'm trying to work on something this year that kind of does both.
Yeah,
and it's a work in progress, but you know, everything's a work in progress.
Yeah. Spencer adds a little bit more to that question. He says, as in the rights for them to use the art for their own monetary gain, like apparel, etc.
Yeah, that's what I said. No.
Yeah,
I like, that'd be a whole different thing.
Yeah,
like licensing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So. For sure.
I kind of want to flip this upside down. I'm going to flip it upside down. Let's see. Let's I'm gonna save it real quick. You know, you gotta save it.
Gotta save. You never know. Just in case, you know.
Adobe Live Day.
Okay, you know what I find amazing and hilarious is I can't remember if this is on the Adobe Instagram or the Adobe Photoshop Instagram, but there was that one reel or TikTok art or something that came out where it was like the the Photoshop autosave, like working with like,
Oh,
you know, like it's people about to fall down, but then it turns into them like, you know, being on the, like on the runway. And that's how, you know, Photoshop recovery works. And it's amazing
no,
how to
it
recover.
really, I really love the recovery.
I know. I mean,
It comes
thankfully,
through.
like I haven't had anything happen as of late, but I know that that's available and that's there, and so it kind of it's a little bit of a peace of mind.
Have I? I don't think I have anything either, which is, great. And
I know
but when it does happen, it comes through.
it comes through. It comes
every
through.
time.
Yes. Alex Robertson says, "Wish I could stay, but I gotta get back to work. Enjoy the stream, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Alex. Have a great day."
I messed up.
Amazing.
Okay. I was like, wait a second. All right, I'm messing it up. Hold on. Hold on.
You're like, uh-oh.
Hold on. Hold on. There we go.
Ooh.
I just want to see what it looked like.
There you go.
I might not keep it.
Kind of fun though. A little, you know,
well,
in some ways.
Yeah, like I just want to see.
Yeah.
Real quick. Okay. What I might do actually is duplicate. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna see.
Nice. Love it. Okay.
Merging. I want to see if it's gonna work.
It's got a lot.
Oh, I think it did.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this is okay. Awesome. I want to make sure. Okay. Now I want to try something.
Okay.
With this, rasterize. Yes. W. X. V. Delete. Convert. Smart object. Duplicate. All right. So now I have this as the background. I have.
Okay.
It like this.
Nice. Ooh.
I like that. Yeah, I like that better.
Yes.
I like that better.
That's so fun. Tom says, this. Amazing work.
Thank you. I like this.
Robert is chiming in. I'm lurking and masking fruits in Photoshop. Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks so fun. I love the colors. I think you know what it is? It's the deep blue and the orange. It's like perfectly, it's like complementary.
Speaking of orange, I kind of want to enhance it a little bit more too. And I might, I like how I did that. Hue saturation, color balance, photo filter, the options. Let's see. Ooh, yeah.
I love it. And if you happen to be joining us now, we are here with Shaylin Wallace, also known as Shay the Surrealist. She is showing us a fun, little landscape surreal art piece. And yeah, it's so fun. It's been fun watching you kind of create this piece. And this is only day one. So this stream will be available for replay at the end. We have only about 25 minutes left. And tomorrow will be fun too, because Shay is going to show us a little bit more about her double exposure, dispersing techniques. So that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, the disperse technique, I know people are going to love that one. Because now when I post that edit, they call it the Thanos. So like before Thanos, I would do this. Calm down, you guys. But I feel like people are going to enjoy that once they can figure out how I do that.
How you do it. Oh, that's exciting.
I'm onto something.
Okay.
Now I'm adding colors. I didn't even know how I did that, but.
Oh, whoa. That's so fun. Bliss says, oh, I know what this reminds me of. One of the opening images from Outer Limits remake.
Outer Limits.
I don't know if I've ever seen Outer Limits, but
I don't think I have either.
someone will have to drop in something.
I love when people reference stuff with
I know.
movies, though.
Yes,
cool.
yes. Would you ever want to make like a movie poster?
Yes. Oh my, I really want to work with Marvel one day. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that would be
I can
amazing.
just see it.
You gotta manifest it, girl.
I am. I am. I'm gonna have to like start doing like my own movie posters again. I used to do movie
Yes.
posters for fun.
Oh
Like
my gosh.
it was 2 years ago. I haven't done it in a while.
That would be a
Yeah.
good like creative challenge, like a Photoshop daily creative
Yeah.
challenge to make a movie
Ooh.
poster. I mean, I don't know how fast someone can work, but
Right.
but that would be
Well,
so
here's
fun.
it,
Like a
do it.
sci-fi themed one too or something.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Sam, for plugging in Shaylin's Behance and her Instagram. So make sure to go follow on both platforms and show her some love. You know, she's sharing lots with us, so the least we can do is follow her back.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And plus, if you follow my Instagram, you can see a lot more works.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's an art museum there, you guys.
literally, like years. Yeah, I think I worked from 2015 to now. So yeah, scroll all the way down. I mean, you don't have to do that. You don't have to scroll all the way down, but if you ever do, yeah, you can see my stuff or go on my website.
Yes.
But that's from 2017. Ooh.
Whoa, that's fun.
See, I would work with colors, and I feel like the colors are called my name right now. It's like,
yep. There you go.
Yeah.
Amazing. Whoa.
Two versions? I don't.
That's so hard. It's like you can take it in so many different directions, and it's so tough.
I love this one, but I love the other one, so I might have to do two versions. Yeah.
Bliss says, I'm a sci-fi kind of gal. I love it. Thomas says, question for Shaylin. Do you listen to music while working, or is it a distraction?
I will, like, if I'm not listening to music, sometimes when I'm in the zone, I would like just be working in silence, accidentally though. But
right.
I always have music on. Specifically, it's like R&B for the most part. But then I listen to rap sometimes. But I'm always in my R&B mood. Like, always in my R&B.
Yes.
Always.
You know what I found really interesting that I actually really like is the like hip hop lo-fi like kind of music.
Yes.
Where it's no lyrics, but like just, you know, really cool sounds that have like this very like ambiance like feeling, you know.
I just watch on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah. So cool. Amazing. Right. Oh, that's fun. Bliss said Hotch did a movie poster DCC last year, I think. That's amazing. Andrew, you need to do another one. That would be so fun. I think people would enjoy it. A good movie poster would be so fun.
I agree.
Oh, how fun. Steve says, check out Lisa Carney for movie posters. She is a poster making pro and was on a few streams, one with Jesus Ramirez. That's so fun. Kara says R&B is the best. She says the best. Neo Soul too. It's great.
Yes, that's my go-tos. I just combine them in my playlist. I just combine them together, R&B and Neo Soul. It always brings out the perfect vibe. Like I'm always just like,
yes, it's like the perfect thing. Amazing. So fun.
Oh, let me turn down this. See, the direction is changing again.
It's changing again.
This is what happens when I experiment and I like something better. But I really like this one though. I think it's just the clouds. I gotta figure out what to do with these clouds. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just do it like that.
I know. Ooh. I know there's so many ways.
This is why I create series, because I like to do like one thing and like, ooh, next time I can do that, and
You
next
can
time.
kind of like create like derivatives from like
Right,
one
literally.
artwork. So it's kind of like, which is like great. I feel like that's such a good skill to have, is like when you create series, like it means that you can create a body of work, like we think of like, I don't know, like fashion shows, how there's like multiple outfits, and they all work together.
Right.
Same thing with art, all kind of art. Like when you can create a body of work, that means that you know how to make things cohesive and you know, ooh, I love these colors.
That's why. Let me see something.
You're like, whoa. Kara says, love the clouds.
Right. It is it.
And Bliss says, the clouds over the land make it seem like it's an alien planet. Shantae says, the blend is so satisfying.
I know. That's why I love blend. Ooh, that's why I love
know.
blending.
So fun.
Options.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might make one and then I might go back and do another one, like the other version. So we will see.
Yeah.
Actually, before I do that, let me just duplicate this and save this one as
as a potential.
Yeah. Just in case I go back. And if not, then
exactly. It's always, just in case. So just in case.
Always just in case.
Thomas just said, poor girl, I'm worried about her back.
I'm worried too.
Me too.
I'm worried too. I hope she's doing IA up there.
She's
doing IA.
Oh, that's too good. Thomas, you have a good sense of humor. Oh, that's cool. Steve says, I bartended once at a ski resort in the lodge at the top of the mountain, and you could see clouds forming below you. It's so cool.
That's amazing.
Awesome. Ooh, I love that fluffiness.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, I'm keep that. I see a line. This is where I'd be experimenting, because I see a line. Okay, that's the line. Okay.
Ooh.
Did I duplicate the wrong? No, that's the right one. Okay.
Kara says, you can never go wrong with just in case. Exactly. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Just trying to blend it in a little bit more.
Yeah, I hate when I see lines. I have to go back, and when I save things, I look at it like, in my preview, and I see a line, I go back and have to blend it in.
Yeah,
I don't like lines. That's what I'm not a perfectionist, but I kind of am, because if I see
certain things,
I had to remove it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's on screen. What if I do lighten? Okay, lighten might work. Lighten might work.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, so fun. Oh, Adnan is joining us. Hey all. Hi Adnan, thanks for being here. We're here with Shaylin Wallace, aka Shaylin the Surrealist. I just love that. It has such a ring to it.
That's why I was like, it had to be divine, because like my name is Shaylin, but I was like, I've been going by Shay since I worked in retail, which was like, I want to say like 4 years ago. So
yeah, so cute.
Call me Shay, because people get Shaylin wrong. So and everybody calls me Shay now. And then now everybody calls me Shay the Surrealist. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Shay the Surrealist.
Yeah,
I love it.
Surreal. Let me turn that off. Yeah.
What would you say is like one of the hardest things that you had to learn about compositing? Or like what took you the longest to like master?
Oh,
or, like...
I know. Shadows.
Shadows?
Yes, shadows.
Oh my gosh.
Shadows was like, it was hard. Yeah, I just didn't understand it, and it was like, I don't know. I think shadows and perspective were always hard for me in general, like when it comes to like art, and shadows and perspectives. Just I've gotten way better, but definitely shadows, and I want to say, and perspective.
Yeah, for sure. No, that makes sense. Tell us in the chat, you guys, like what's something that you're currently like finding the most challenging to learn, or what took you the longest to master. I'd love to know. Um, I remember, I think for me, maybe like if you guys are into like retouching, I don't retouch skin that often, but like learning frequency separation was like ridiculously
I
hard.
try to do it that way, and it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
I
and
try
that's
to
the
do
thing.
it.
You can't you can use it. You don't have to. It's
Yeah,
an option for smoothing out texture. And it doesn't only have to be for for skin, but it's definitely that's like the most common way it's used.
yeah,
But yeah, definitely let us know in the chat.
yeah. Eventually, I would use like J, which is the spot correction tool a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I would use for skin.
Yes, definitely. Thomas says, Thomas is asking, do you prefer day or night when creating?
Night.
Mm-hmm.
I call myself like nocturnal. I just
Yep.
I'm always up at night. Like that's when ideas just start hitting. It's like, oh wait.
Yeah.
Let me see something. Let me try this. So, yeah, definitely nighttime.
Ooh, Josie just coming in hot with an amazing quote. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it, by Salvador Dali. So good.
Buy it by Surrealist.
Perfect. By a Surrealist.
Perfect.
Thomas says hair is not easy. That is a fact.
No, that's why I'm just like I just like I'm gonna keep it all natural. Like, I like how y'all are anyway. I just couldn't do it.
You're like, I can't.
I can't. It was like one of those things. I was like, I'll do the simplest edits when it comes to retouching.
Yeah, for sure. And that's okay. That's like, you can, like, everyone has different, styles of working, and whether you get detailed in one aspect of your work and, and more simple in the other, then that's okay, Annika says, yes, night for the win. And same with Thomas, night.
Yeah, night's the best.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's great. Okay, confession hour. Have you pulled an all-nighter for a piece?
Yes.
Has anyone in the chat done it?
Yes, I definitely put it on.
Let us know.
Like a couple times I've done that.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets. Just, a little sleepless the next day. That's all.
Literally. And I don't drink coffee, so it was
you don't drink. Oh, that's right. You don't drink coffee. Oh my gosh.
I think every now and then I have a Red Bull, but that's when I really would need it. But I just keep my eyes open.
Wow. Do you drink anything with caffeine in it?
So I would drink a lot of caffeinated tea at one point. It was like my go-to. It was good though. I love tea.
Yeah. That's so funny. Bliss says almost an all-nighter. All right, let me go. Anika says I work at night, so every day.
Yeah.
Bliss says like until 3 or so.
Yeah, 3, 4. One time, it was actually recently. It wasn't like me putting an all-nighter. I just couldn't sleep, so I was up from like I took a nap, and then I was up from 2 a.m. to like basically 12 the next day.
Yeah.
I watched the sun come up. I was wide awake.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't have any caffeine. I didn't know what was wrong. That nap was not that good for me to be up that late, but so for some reason it was, and I was just
it worked. It was a power nap.
It really was. And I was like, wait, why am I not tired?
This is how it is.
5 o'clock, and it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm like, I didn't go to sleep till 12 noon.
Kara says tea is the best. I agree. Tea is great. I love it.
Yeah, my mom loved tea, so I would drink tea since I was a kid.
Oh.
And I stopped a little bit, and then I came back when I was in college, and I was like, yeah, I love tea.
Do you not like the taste of coffee? Is that what it is?
It's the taste, but also it is my stomach can't take.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
My stomach can't.
It can be really strong for people.
Yeah, but like the Starbucks tea, like the one that comes like the bottles, like those are the caramel. Delicious. It's just my stomach is like, no, you don't need that. It's like,
you don't need that. Yeah,
I see why. My stomach don't like it.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Oh, too good. Well, I feel like there's definitely like a lot of creatives who are such night people, and it's It's amazing. I'd love to hear from anybody who's not a night person.
You're not a night
How do you
person?
do it? Tell us your secrets. Thomas is asking, do you do this full time?
Yes.
Amazing.
Every day. I wake up, Photoshop, go to sleep, say not. But yeah, I do it every day. I do it every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, how do you, how do you juggle your personal projects and your client work? And how do they differ?
So I feel like recently all my personal projects were kind of just like me being an artist. So I kind of created control. So it wasn't like, oh my God, this is a project. I have to like make something they're asking me. It was like, they gave me something like, make what you want, but just like make sure you add like one thing or something. Like, oh yeah, cool. So it's actually been fun. That's kind of what I've been wanting to do. Like kind of just like make my own stuff, but then collab with people or like companies. So that's what I've been doing recently. And if I do have like let's say I have a book cover, I'll work on that maybe towards the day or evening. And then when it's like, 10 o'clock at night, I'll work on my own stuff. And then I'll work on my own stuff like 10 to 3 or whenever I go to sleep. So
yeah,
I finally juggled it, but there are times I'm just like, I don't feel like working on anything that involves clients. And I just...
Yeah, it makes sense. And burnout is very real.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way a year, like almost every year I get a burnout, but this year so far I haven't because I've been balancing it, which is good. And then I've been saying no to stuff.
Yeah, you have to listen to yourself and your body because it's, like without you being in the right headspace or mentally well or physically well, like you can't really create, work. So it's like you got to be in the right, give yourself breaks and stuff. Bliss says, I'm not a night person. They're saying I'm a morning person. My preference is to wake up before dawn. What?
If I wake up before 9, like before 9 a.m., then that's just, I don't even, I think I'm just excited for the day, because if not, then I'm not, I'll probably sleep in maybe, I won't say till 10. But recently I wake up early, so I can't even say if I'm not even a morning person, but I've been waking up early. Just my body is, so that's good.
Yeah.
My days do feel longer. That's the only benefit. My days feel longer, but I stay up late anyway, so either way my days are just gonna be extra long.
Yeah, for sure. I love people in the chat. They have a good sense of humor. Love it. Ooh. Okay.
Getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. Are you going to be posting this work at some point on your Instagram?
Yeah, if like today, let's say I do finish it, I'll probably post it today. And then if you're in the chat and okay, if you're here right now and I do post it, you can I want to give you guys an emoji so I know that you watched it.
Oh yes. Good idea. Why don't you do like a space emoji? Like
I was just thinking
what's
that
a good one?
Oh, you guys can do I love the stars, like the 3 little stars.
The 3 little stars.
That's my favorite go-to. So if you do that one, I would know you definitely watched it. Or you can do, if you want to do the rocket, go ahead, spam it with the rocket.
Yeah, a rocket or the stars. That's how Shay will know if you watched.
Rockstar. My rockstar. Oh, sorry. That was
Oh yeah, the rock star you mean.
No, but yeah, like it's like rock star, rocket star, but yeah. One of those. Just you can put
anything space. Space.
And if you say rock star, I would just laugh. I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely heard my lame joke. But
I just think of that one. Go little rock star.
Yeah.
Too good.
Those are cute.
I love it.
I said the reels. It's the reels. It's the
reels.
Maybe I can do something. Maybe like go a little rock star with this. I don't know.
Yeah, go little rock star. That has to be. That's the phrase. We want to see that.
Go little rock star.
Oh yeah, rocket and stars. Just anything space related, you guys.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Anything like that. You don't have to think too deep about it. It's just
Exactly.
Only we will know what it is. That's all.
Exactly.
That's the point.
100%.
Wait.
Amazing.
Okay. This came along amazing. I was not expecting to make this today.
I know. Good job. That's amazing. Like you got so much done.
I know, and I have like what 9 minutes, almost less than that to spare.
Yeah, we have about 4 minutes left. So we've
Okay.
got a little bit of time. If you guys have any last minute questions, drop them in now and we will do our best to answer them. Shay will do her best to answer them.
I'll try.
Bliss says, wait, when Shay posts this, we post the rocket and stars? Yes.
Yes.
Anything space related.
If you're
Got
here
it.
right
Something
now,
cosmic.
yes. If you're here right now, you have to. I would know. Like I would know that you were
she'll
here.
know. She'll know.
Maybe I could pin those at the top, like the first come first serve.
Yes.
I pin at the top of my thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yo, it's fire!
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. It's so fun. But yeah, any last minute questions, you guys feel free to drop them in the chat as we round out this amazing day one live stream. And thank you guys for bearing with us on some of the technical difficulties.
Thank you. And I apologize.
Difficulties that we had. I love how you rented a space for this purpose to not have any issues.
I was now the funny thing is I was early. That's why I was just like, there's just no way. I was here like a whole 2 hours. I was here a whole 2 hours.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was a crazy day. It was a crazy day, but you know, I'm just tomorrow would like be just
tomorrow's gonna be better. It's okay.
Tomorrow will be how today is supposed to be.
Yes,
but
exactly.
I do appreciate everybody still coming by and you know.
Yes, definitely. Shantae says fire.
Thank you. Thank you. Right.
David says sweet. Love watching the process. Bliss says this still turned out great. I love it.
I know. You're probably what is going on? I'm telling y'all,
it's experimenting.
Chaos.
Yes, it's chaos.
Now you see what but now chaos. You see what I was trying to do. You see what I was trying to do. Yeah, this is actually, I actually love this. And the colors are just
the colors are amazing.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I love it. It's very cosmic.
Very.
Mm-hmm. Thomas says, if one wants to learn composition, is YouTube enough as a learning source? I mean, I think, you know, like all these kind of, like Adobe Live is a great resource. YouTube is a great resource. There's so many things available.
I feel it just depends on I don't like to watch tutorials. And if I do, I'll skip like 5 seconds. But this right here, I think this is perfect because if you have any questions, I can like ask from like my experience. I use the tools like the most not basic form, but like I don't like to do like the hardest thing. I try to like keep it simple. So
yeah, exactly.
But I would just experiment a lot too. Just
for sure. David says tomorrow's going to be amazing too. And Frank, yes, YouTube and Adobe Live. I 100% agree. These are both great resources. But especially Adobe Live because you can, you know, ask questions and everything.
Right.
So
instead of like wait for someone to comment back.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this amazing stream with Shay. Please come back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. PST. We're going to be, you know, Shay's going to be going over some more amazing composition and double exposure and her dispersing technique. So be sure to stick around for the newest Illustrator Creative Challenge with Andrew Hochradel, immediately followed by Building a Beauty Brand with Sinead Taylor. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.